What's up, guys? This is the continuation video of the previous thing, exponents. Now this video shall be solving only one question. That's because this specific question is being asked a lot of times in the school exams, final exams especially, and a lot of times, not a lot of times, I think 99% of the people struggle with this, okay? Because the question looks kind of different, as you guys can see, the question looks kind of difficult, okay? Now, how do you solve? If you guys can actually observe, there are three brackets here. We'll name it regular bracket, one is flower bracket, the other one is just square brackets. And if you look at the right hand side here, all the three brackets has -1, -1, -1 on top of it, okay? Which means, as I told you in the previous video, I am not comfortable with the -1. I'll try to make things positive. But the problem here is people do not know where do you start from. Should you always start from the outside or from the inside? Okay, now just imagine you guys are locked in a room. Okay, you're supposed to go outside your house. Common sense is you unlock the room door first, then your main door, then the gate, and then that's when you guys go out. So automatically, just imagine you are stuck in a room. Same concept here. This 1 minus n is what you're supposed to start simplifying it. So always start from the one which is the most inside, okay, inside. So just like the room door first, then the main door, and then the gate. Same concept here, okay. So here, if you see, I'll try to simplify the highlighted part here. The 1 minus n to the power -1 with the regular brackets first, okay. So how do we do that? I am not comfortable with the -1 as a power. So in order to make the power positive, I'll flip the base. In this case, the base is 1 minus n. So once you flip that, it becomes 1 minus of 1 minus n. I will not write the power. I will not write to the power as -1 because it's anyway solved. No. So this becomes to the power 1, which is nothing but the same thing. So in simple language, in one step and just one step, I solved the innermost bracket. Done. The moment I solved the innermost bracket, I realized that there was a minus outside, there was a 1 outside, along with the flower bracket to the power -1. Then -1 here, close the square brackets, -1. Okay, this is exactly what happened after me simplifying the first step. Okay, I hope you guys have no doubt there. So this part got simplified, I moved here. Now, again, you unlock the room door first. Now you unlock the main door. The main door is this. There's a small problem here. I can do it because the power is -1, correct? But I would not do it directly. What I would do is, since there are two parts inside the flower brackets, I'll first make it as one part. How do you make two parts as one part? By taking LCM. So automatically, in the innermost bracket currently, the LCM will become 1 minus n. Common sense. Okay? Then you crisscross. 1n to 1 minus n. 1 minus n itself, the minus was there as it is, 1 was there as it is. Now, I did not simplify the power, so I'll also write the -1 here. I hope you guys got it. So what did I do? I just make sure that the power inside was not getting solved. I was trying to make the two parts into one part. That's the concept here. Now, what can be solved here? If you look closely inside the bracket, don't you think I can cancel off the +1 and the -1? It got cancelled. Now, what is remaining? Minus n by 1 minus n to the power -1 is remaining. Okay, now is when I'll take a decision to solve the power. But careful, inside this bracket there was a -n. So what I'll do is I'll write the minus first. Now I'll flip it. After flipping, it becomes 1 minus n divided by n. I hope you guys understand as to why I put brackets there, because without the brackets, the minus will not make any sense. Okay, so the minus I took outside, I flipped it, it became whatever the answer is right now. Okay, so right now, should I write the power? Not required because it's anyways 1. Now what happened? The inner bracket, so-called flower bracket, got solved. After the flower bracket getting solved, 1 minus was there as it is. Okay, 1 minus was there as it is to the power -1. Okay, I'll use this flower bracket again. Reason is because the minus into minus was there, becomes a plus. So it becomes 1 plus of 1 minus n divided by n to the power -1. I'll repeat that step. The reason I wrote again the bracket again is because there was a -n, no. So I took that out. But the problem was there was a minus here as well. Look at this, here as well. I'll have to satisfy that as well. So what do? I multiply the minus times minus, becomes a plus. I've got this correct step. Now, I want to solve the bracket correct, but unfortunately you can't do it directly. Reason is because inside the bracket there are two parts. How do you make two parts as one part? Common sense. You take LCM. Automatically the LCM will become n. Okay, so I'll open brackets right now. I'll crisscross. N into 1 becomes n plus 1 minus n. The power remained as it is. So on the numerator right now, what gets cancelled? Common sense. Plus n minus n got cancelled. So after this, what remains? 1 by n to the power of minus 1 remains. So if you see, we started with 3 brackets. I currently have only 1. Okay. So I do not want the power to be negative. So what do? You flip the base. Once you flip the base, the answer becomes n. This is your answer. Such a complicated looking question, but the answer is as simple as 1, as simple as n. Again, to repeat it, always understand the analogy, the door thing which I told you. Start with trying to unlock your room door first, then the main door, and then the gate. That's the actual order. And should you always focus on the power? Yeah, the power has to get the focus, but make sure you will focus on the power only after simplifying the bracket. What do I mean by simplifying? I mean, if there are 2 parts inside, do not just flip the thing. Chances of you guys going wrong is like most of the times there itself. I've seen people doing that because they're excited. Like, look at the second step here. They're excited right now. They see the power minus 1. They want to make it positive. Correct. But the whole point here is you will go wrong because the thing inside the bracket is there are 2 parts. Difficult. Okay. So simplify it. Make it as 1 part. Do random algebra. Do basic math. Then start simplifying the brackets there. Okay. So first simplify the inner part, then the outer part, and then the outermost part. The continuation of this will be in the next video.
Anything else, Professor?
For more videos like this, subscribe.